saw you on screen. You know, I was telling your brother the
Yeah.
night before you won. I said, calm down, relax. She will win this thing because honestly, I didn't see any competition. I didn't see any competition in the house that you were going to be faced with, right? I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be. How will I put it? I'm not trying to be because okay, say it because I know you. You know, you're a very reserved person. For every company that I know that you work for, you've given it your 100%. So you're very smart. You're very. You know, there was a time I knew that if I have to.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, don't forget to like, share, comment, and turn on the notification button so that anytime I post a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you. First of all, a very big congratulations to Roksie, Rosie, and Kachi. Today I realized that they bagged their very first endorsement deal, and I'm super excited for them. I do not know which brand it is, but all I'm excited about is the fact that they have bagged something, and I pray to God it's something big and major. Congratulations, guys. We all know how tough it was in the house for Rosie, and she came out strong, she came out bigger, and I'm happy for the two of them. I hope their union is genuine, and I pray that God, guides them through this process. Also, I caught an interview between Rosie and Ubi Franklin, so I decided to drop it here for you guys to watch. Don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe. Yeah.
Hey.
Who is here? So yeah, I start now. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So yeah, I start. Why are you laughing?
It's long I've
You
seen
know,
you now.
I wish Daddy was alive, right? This would be a
Yeah,
very, very big moment for him.
I'm yeah.
But it's all good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
How's your fiance? Hope you guys are doing good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're okay.
So so this interview, right? First of
Yeah.
all,
Mm,
we're together in Abuja, and
yeah.
you told me you wanted to come to Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
I called the office to buy you a ticket to Lagos, and you didn't tell me we were coming for Ultimate Love audition.
Yeah.
So why did you tell me we were coming for Ultimate Love? You know, I was like, what's going on here? So tell me, because I know you only told me, oh, I need to go to Lagos. There's something I'm doing in Lagos. I'm like, what are you doing in Lagos? And I'm like, are you not going to come and stay in the house? You said no, that you are staying on the mainland. There's something you're doing on the mainland. I wish I
Yeah.
knew that it was Ultimate Love audition. But you know what? Sometimes it's good because most times it's always good to just keep some things under wraps before you. So tell us how, because I would never have thought that you go for anything reality show, and you know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so tell us how it all came about before you went to this Ultimate Love reality show.
Okay. I was in my on my own, of course. Then one of my friends said, "Hey, there's this show coming up and everything." So I was like, hmm? So I turned it down. They had the auditions on Monday. Then Tuesday was the last day of the audition in Abuja. So he was like, "Okay, I did just give it a try. I know you're not into all this thing. You never can tell. So I was like, okay. So I just went with this uh mm, anyhow attitude, like whatever. I didn't even do makeup. I just went as simple as possible. So there was no makeup, nothing, elaborate and all that. So when I got there, I was like, I saw the categories of people that were there. So I was like, okay, but the way they were dressed, I was like, is this BBN or Ultimate Love, And then when the questions started coming in, I was like, okay, this is a different show, but I don't think people really get the memo of everything. But I was honest. I just told myself, just be honest. No need to be playing smart here, you know. So I was actually scared. When I was called to come to Lagos, I was scared actually because I didn't know what to expect. And seeing the people that were there, like, is this show really for me? And to me that I've already given up on love and all that. So I was like, let me just have an open heart. I know most of the judges, most of the people there kept telling me, just have an open heart, just have an open heart. You never can tell, you never can. So I was like, okay, let me just listen to them and take their advice and just have an open heart, and that's what happened. Here, Mike.
This was funny. Where was I? I was on. So I was going to. I was traveling. So
Yeah,
I got a flyer from somebody. Um, and I now saw the flyer. I'm like, wait. I now called Koti, and I said, wait, where is Zelda? She was like, oh, Zelda is going for a reality show. I'm like, huh? Zelda reality show? How? You understand? Because I've known you to be more of a corporate
private.
person, private.
Yeah,
You don't like
corporate.
all these people, you know. So
Mm,
when I say you going for reality show, people are watching you. Now, in my head, I already know how you were, what was going through your mind, right?
mm,
Inside the house. I'm sure in the beginning of the show, you were always very shy. So tell us
yeah.
what was going through your mind when you were in the house.
I was like, okay. First of all, I had mixed feelings. I was shocked and surprised that I was even like, I was honored to be called. And then I was not like, I kept asking myself, am I sure I'm ready for this? This public life, this celebrity life, am I even sure? Am I ready for this? But then I would not answer myself, okay, no, 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 it's love you're going to, it's love you're going to. And then from the beginning, the show didn't look like it was going to be, huge like BBN. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's like more like a family show. So I said, okay, I can
Mm.
fit in once it's family, so it's fine with me. But coming out, I'm like, ha, this one is beyond me. But every day I just ask for strength and grace from God. Yeah,
Guys,
I still have the
guys,
picture.
can you see? That's me right there. Very small, tiny. Have you seen? That's me right there. That's my older sister and Zelda. Have you seen? Wait, let me
I
look
was
for the
wearing
other one.
mommy's dress. I was wearing mommy's
Yeah.
clothes.
Have you seen?
Yeah, with daddy.
That's my dad, my mom, Zelda, and Cotton. Have you seen? Hmm. You know what? I will never in my entire life, yeah, I will never in my entire life thought that you're going to go on any TV show. But you know what? I'm happy for you. You know, once I saw you on screen, I was telling your brother
Yeah.
the night before you won. I said, calm down, relax. She will win this thing because honestly, I didn't see any competition. I didn't see any competition in the house that you were going to be faced with, right? I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be, how will I put it? I'm not trying to be because, okay, say it because I know you. You know, you're a very reserved person. For every company that I know that you work for, you've given it your 100%. So you're very smart. You're very, there was a time I knew that if I have to leave my company, I'll hand it over to you to, so I knew that there was something up your sleeve. So guys, listen. So when I was about to take my government job, so I was looking for somebody I was going to hand over to become the CEO of the company to take care of things. So I called this woman. I said, come, I want you to be the CEO of the company. She said, yeah, I'm going to take the job. Then ultimate love came. And I
Yeah.
didn't know that this woman was trying to go. So she agreed that so she's going to come to Lagos. And then ultimate love came. And then boom, it disappeared. I was like, you know, but hey, I'm really happy for you. So now
Thank
you were
you.
teaching. Yeah. One thing I know
Yeah.
about you is you love kids a lot,
I love
right?
children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love children. So what are you going to be doing for children now that you're out of a reality show? You now have a bigger audience. You now have people you can talk to. You now
Mm.
have people doors you can open, right? Um,
Yeah. Toy store. So people, children can come in, and there will be lots and lots of desktops for them to access to do their assignments, to do online research of whatever it is that they are looking for, but only strictly educational. So outside of education, no, they don't have access to that. So it's more like it's a limited internet access. On YouTube, they can go on YouTube and learn so many things, build up their talents. I also want to have toys, educational toys as well, that children can, parents can come and buy, and the children can improve on in terms of intelligence and brilliance. So that's what I want to do for children, because I really love
So
them. And once you get it right at the toddler stage, they're good to go. They're set for life.
are you looking at opening a school, like a
Yes,
creche or something?
preschool. Yes, a preschool.
Well, I know you do well because I've seen you. You know, whenever you're going to work, when you were in school, you were working in the school in Abuja. You were so
Yeah.
passionate about it. Oh my God, my kids! I need to go and see my kids. I'm like, so, and trust me. So I think anything you have to do with kids, it will really work. Since you already
Yeah.
have the love for kids, I think trying to start working on something like kids games. Things that you already know their behavior, right? So
Yeah, of
you've
course.
seen different kids from different homes, so it's actually a very good. It will be a
Yeah,
very good thing
and
to have.
one interesting thing was that when I did child psychology, the professional certificate, it was really like I was blown away that every child has the same spirit that an adult has. So
Wow.
even from a
Huh.
baby, they have the same spirit that an adult has. It's just that they're limits because of the body size and everything, but they're really smart and they're very manipulative. They know how to get away with things.
So
So it
so
was
how did you come
interesting.
up with that?
The child psychology.
Yeah.
Well, because when I started the training, and when I started the training and I read and I became a teacher, I just wanted to go deep into the minds of children to know what it is that makes them tick, what it is that makes them behave like this. In certain things, you say a child when he's being naughty and he's been throwing tantrums and doing that. I was trying to figure out what is it that makes that child behave in some certain behaviors. And trust me, child psychology is a very interesting course to study. In fact, you'll be shocked at what so much you can gather, so much you can learn about children. Like a child can turn you upside down and you will not know, but you'll be dancing to their tunes. So
We'll
it's
go,
just
we'll, we'll,
amazing.
we'll get back to children, right?
Yeah,
Um, I told you that after COVID-19, I need to
yeah,
see your fiance and tell him that. See, just tell him that you know how many men you have around you. So he needs to understand that. Yeah, no
yeah.
heartbreak. You understand? Though
Hmm.
your brothers are bad boys anyway. So so you need to tell him that no heartbreaks. He needs to make sure that he takes care of you. So
Yeah.
when you got into the house, right, having given up on love, why do you think he was the right person that you were going to settle with?
Um, um, First of all, in order to accept love, you have to be ready. So I had this world I had created, in my life because of experiences and because of what I've gone through, you know. But then when I met him, I was more like, okay, is it 50-50 thing? But I saw through him and I saw how persistent he was, how willing he was to make us work, how he was ready to give it a shot. And he still does that, every day. Um, I learn every day from him. And more than that, I saw how, when a woman tells you that she has never experienced what it feels like for a man to love her, they just feel that that woman is blabbing, but that's the truth. Sometimes you can be in a relationship that is one-sided, like just one person that's giving, and you're not getting back in return. So you're more like the giver. So, and most people see that relationship is more like a give and take thing, but you're more like the giver, but you're not receiving. So it was like a situation like that for me. I was more like the giver, but not receiving. But from him, it was different. I hadn't been given yet, but I started receiving. So it was different. So I just knew that he was the one.
You have not been given, but you started receiving. That's a strong word right there. Because
Yeah.
you see, my mom, mommy always said this thing, right?
Yeah.
She'll say, she would always tell me, she said, Ubi, you need to be patient with love. She'll say,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, she said, there can never be a 50-50 love, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said,
Mm-hmm.
there's a time where the woman will love you more and a
Mm-hmm.
time where the man will love you more. But
Mm-hmm.
no two people can love themselves
Love
crazily at
them.
the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what makes the balance in the marriage or in the relationship, yeah, is when you keep understanding that today I might do something that will make my wife love me,
Yeah.
very much. Tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
she might do something that will make me love her more. So it keeps going stronger and stronger and stronger. So for
Yeah.
me, as knowing you for years, I've known you for like we're talking about 25 years or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't known you for that long, right? I can tell that,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that you're a good woman. You'll be a very, very good wife. Uh, you'll be a very, very, very good wife. And I
Thank
pray that
you.
that is replicated because me, you understand? I don't joke with mine. My own is my own. I don't joke with mine, but I'm really proud of you.
Thank
Now
you.
let's talk about entrepreneurship, right? I know
Mm-hmm.
you work in a few um, I know you worked in a few companies with people setting up businesses, helping them set up businesses. You've done like I used to say the dirty job for different people in terms of building their companies and helping them grow. So
Yeah.
are you going to invest that same kind of energy in the things that you want to do?
Yes. Yes. 100%. 100%.
Are you already putting things in place? Because
Of course.
I'm interested because I want you to succeed. I want you
Yeah.
to succeed. Yeah. So you're
Well,
putting things in place already.
with me, time is money for me. So when I'm not live or I'm not on social media, I am walking the walk. I'm taking down. So sometimes I will be in my quiet moment and an idea will just come in, like that, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this idea just came in, and I'll just write it down. So I'm walking the walk, and I'm like, so that whenever I have, and even if it's just 10% of time to be able to do something or work on something, I would use it, I would utilize it to the fullest.
Okay, let's talk about your fans, right?
Mm,
From the comment section, from when I posted that we're having an interview, I got a
mm.
lot of them sending me so much love. Thank you so much to what's that your fan? The rock is it?
Roksie.
What are the, yeah. So
Roksie.
I got a lot of them. Roxy, yeah. So I got a lot of them sending me a lot of love. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So now I know that this whole fan thing is new to you because you are someone that
Yeah,
has very few friends. Like you have very, like I can count my hands how many friends you have.
I'm
So
telling
now
you.
you have thousands and thousands of fans, right, around the
Hmm.
world, not just Lagos, not just Nigeria, but around
Yeah.
Africa and around the world.
Hmm.
So what are you feeding these people with? Because I want you to change the narrative about people being a fan of somebody. What are you feeding them with? What are you teaching them?
Love, actually. Simple. Love. How to love
Hmm.
yourself first. How to love yourself, how to forgive yourself for every mistake you think you have done in your life that you think you might regret about. It's time for you to move on from that bad experience. So I'm teaching them how to forgive themselves, how to heal, how to move on and accept, the best. Prepare for the best that is next to come. So I'm just spreading love. That's all I'm doing.
Wow, I like that. It's as simple as it gets. So I'm trying to get you to talk, but I always know that you're that person that doesn't say more than. So, guys, let me tell you. I'm going to expose you today. So If Zelda wants to call you and ask you for something, Zelda will give you one phone call. Ubi, I want you to help me do this. I say, okay, no problem. When I drop that call, she'll send you a reminder as a message, and that's it. So for her, whether you like to do it, whether you like don't do it, she'll leave it. So now you need to understand that right now, see, you are in a jungle. Everybody is looking for what. See, so there's actually this bone, right? There's a bone out there, right? It's waving like this, right? It's moving. All you need to do is to catch that bone. Like, as you are, you need to understand that you're beautiful, you have everything. No woman, no man will stand up from their seat, except maybe your husband will stand up from their seat, right? And let you sit down. Or except maybe someone like me. Do you understand? So I want you to understand that you need to come out of that yourself and face the hustle. I told you when you came out, I called you. I said, listen, you need to understand that everything you need to get it in that space of the first 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very cool. I see you. So anything you need to get in the space of that first 1 year. And whatever you do in the space of the first 1 year, when you come out of a reality show, it will help you build you into what you need to become. Yeah. And also, whoever is managing you and managing your fiance, you guys need to understand that success and failure start with who is picking your calls, who is helping you get the right business, who is helping you do what. I've been in management for years, and I can see a few friends here, so very cool. That's also we've been in management for years. We can tell you that, see, a manager can make you and can break you. We're not perfect. The artists, yeah. So you, as a celebrity too, you're not perfect. But one thing that is most important for me is I want you to always understand that you need to go for the kill. You need to go get. You see, if you can, how it works is bite it. If you can hold with this and bite and put here, cover it, put this one here, use your two hands to grab it. Grab as much as you can grab. You understand? And trust me, nobody, it's not party jollof rice. It's actually, it's not party jollof rice. It's what you actually deserve. You understand? It's what you actually deserve, because you suffered, my baby. Trust me, you suffered. I've seen you go through different things in life, but trust me, I always told you one thing. I always said, everything you want in this life will come. All you need to do is be patient. You always say, Ubi, yeah. You always say, Ubi, I think I'm too nice. It's not as if you're too nice, but you see, your niceness, your real attitude as Zelda. Me, I don't like calling you that Rosie they call you. I don't understand.
I know.
Your attitude as Zelda has finally paid off. It doesn't matter how old you are in age. You understand? It doesn't matter how old you are in age, but right now your attitude of being diligent in what you're doing, has finally paid off. And I'll say, multi-choice have picked the right person as a winner of a reality show. You understand? And trust me, the representation is going to be different. And I tell you what, I want you to start plugging into the multi-choice family and understand that create something magnificent for yourself. You understand? Create something magnificent for yourself. Somebody just commented now or not said, sometimes being too nice can be very frustrating, which is right. You know when you are nice and you know when to cut the pack, right? But you see, whatever you suffer in life is what will bring you to become where you are. Now, having said that, right, I want to tell you something, and I want to ask you this. What is your idea about entrepreneurship? What is your idea about diligently facing your work and making money?
Okay, in terms of models or in terms of me personally?
In terms of you personally, I'm modeling something after what you've actually seen in the world.
Okay. Like coming from the corporate world, I see that if you're not ready to, talk the talk, walk the walk, nobody's ready to listen. Because in as much as you have to talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. You also have to show diligence in everything in terms of penning down everything. Let me give you an example. You want a contract, for example. I might be good in open negotiations with contractors in terms of bidding a contract, but it doesn't
Yeah.
stop there. You have to dot your I's, you have to cross the T's, you have to show commitment that that you really want this, you're hungry for this. So when bidding for a contract, if you just look like a testicle and you just relax and you're saying, so this is the, you have to show investors that, man, I'm hungry for this, I need this, so it's not just talking that talk, but you also have to back it up with a few, your financial analysis, you're projecting the profit margin, telling them that, see, in so years, I'm giving you your money with so interest on it, so they don't have any question mark in terms of whatever it is that you're trying to sell out or project to them, and they can see that this person is hungry for this thing. So that's where I come from. Like, you have to be hungry for it. It's not just sitting down and just being relaxed or just talking into the air and say, okay, I'll do this, you have to back it up with actions. And how you project that action is how hungry you are for that thing. So that's
Well, I definitely know that. Sorry, somebody. I'm trying to take. Let's see. So I'm definitely sure that, right? And I know 100%, right? I know 100% that you do well, because one thing I know is you understand business, you understand how to raise funds, you understand how to talk to investors, you understand how to draw up a business plan, a business proposal, you understand how to do a spreadsheet, you understand how to do financials. So knowing all of this, I say, one, you are one very, very lucky person that your fans have finally chose to be the winner for Ultimate Love. Secondly, you are going to be the best woman to your fiance. Yeah, your best woman to the children that you are going to come under your organization. And also any brand that comes to sign you as an ambassador, trust me, I know for a fact, right? You have the numbers now. You will do the right thing because you're a businesswoman, and you're also a very, very much corporate person. So, having said that, let's go back to kids, right? Let's go back to kids. So, if you were to be given a channel, right? I know you have a YouTube page right now, but if you were to be given a channel on multi-choice to start up if you're meant to be given a channel on multi-choice to start up like a kiddies, show, maybe every week, like 30 minutes, what are you going to be saying? What are you going to be focused on to impacting kids?
Their talents. Their talents. Because, most parents, most of our parents, you can see that someone is destined to be a footballer, but because you already have a plan mapped out for that person and say, no, I want him to be an engineer, I want him to be a lawyer, I want him to be a doctor. So there are gifts here that your child has. There are gifts that's already embedded in them, but you need to also help them to develop it. Because when you don't develop it, it dies down. So I'm this kind of person that would love to see the talents in children and build it up. There are children that love to cook. They love to cook. They love to be in the kitchen. But you see mom shout and say, leave that place. Get out of the kitchen. What are you doing there? But because they love it and they don't see it. And at the end of the day, this child's talent or this child's gift in cooking weighs off. Like, it just goes. And maybe by then you would have been an international chef. You don't know. In as much as, yes, we have plans for our children, but also we should learn to support them as well in terms of their dreams. So you can see a child learn, anywhere he goes, you hear him, he's listening to the beats. He can tell you a part of the beats, from the drums to the, to the tambourine, to everything. He can tell you apart because he has, the listening, the ears for it. But as a parent, you just say, what does this one know? You just small and you wave it off, or you force him to maybe be a lawyer at the end of the day. And most of us, sorry to cut, but most of us don't even practice what we even learned in school. We went for our passion, because passion pays at the end of the day. So I would love to have an angle where I build children's passion and bring it out of them. But I don't sidelight them from not being who they want to be or not. I don't bring down what the parents want. No, I won't do that. But I just want a platform where I can be an eye opener to the parents, a voice, like more like the children are behind me, and I'm now the voice to the parents. Like, see your children. This is what they have. Please fire it up. Support them. So I just want to be the voice for the children.
Yeah, so as much as you're a voice for the children, um,
Mm,
you see, maybe every day you spend maybe 5 or 6 hours with the kids, and then
yeah.
after that they go back home. They spend more time with their parents than they spend with
Mm,
you. Don't you think that
yeah.
it will be very important for you to have a parent handbook on how for parents to identify the talents of the kids? Now, let me tell you something. So you see, for Jaden, whenever
Mm-hmm.
I go to a mall, I take him to a mall, and we pass
Mm,
where there's football. You see him start saying,
mm,
"Daddy ball, ball, daddy ball." If we
mm-hmm.
go to the mall 10 times a day, Jaden will point at the ball for me to buy a ball for him. So I
Yeah.
already know that
Mm,
this boy would really love to play football. The first thing
yeah.
Jaden did when he started working was play a ball. Like he'll play the ball, get to the wall, play it back, get to. So every time he's with me, he'll say, "Daddy ball, I'll bring a ball, and we'll be lopping the ball." So I already know that okay, this guy is gonna be a footballer, right? I can see
Mm-hmm.
that in him. So all I need to do is nurture the talent. So that's the
Nurture the
difference
children.
between, yeah, that's the difference between us in Africa, like I say,
Mm-hmm.
we in Africa and those in out
Out
there in
there,
the
yeah.
world because what they do is like I have a friend, right? Two of our kids are already in academy, Arsenal Academy. They
Mm-hmm.
already played, they already go for trainings, they're going for competition and all of that. But you see, in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, because of how we are not uh, properly developed, or we
Yeah.
don't feel like, and there's lack of also, don't forget, there's also lack of security. So a lot of parents are not
Mm-hmm.
able to say, okay, let me take my son to go and train and then watch sit down there and watch it. Yeah, we say, oh, I'm busy, I'm going to work. You know what? My driver or my house girl will take it. And now, so you are not documenting the milestones of the child. So what I
Yeah.
would think that would really be very, very impactful would be for you to create a parent's handbook. You need
Mm-hmm.
to write a book about the parents as well.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure they understand what it takes, to identify a talent in a child.
Yeah.
Because you can be doing all you are doing for the child, right? And then they go
Mm-hmm.
home. If they're 24 hours in a day, they spend 6 hours with you every day, right?
Yeah.
They go back for 19 hours with their parents. And their
Yeah.
parents are not identifying the things that you are seeing in those 6 hours,
And those
right?
yeah.
Because some of the most creative time for those kids are when they are when they are in school, when they
When
are in
they're
the
in school.
places of learning. Yeah, the places of learning. So it will be very important for you to have a handbook that tells the parents that, hey, this your child today did this. So you document every term. You document that child's everything that you saw the child doing and say, okay, I think this is what we need to work on. So if they go on holiday, like 2, 3 months holiday, all they are doing is they keep playing from there, repeating that things you are teaching them. Because you find out that in some schools, when kids go on holiday and come back, they forget everything you taught
They
them.
forget thing, yeah. But
Yeah.
let me give you two different scenarios. I had a child that was a bully in my class. He bullies everybody.
Hmm.
But guess what? At home, he's quiet. He doesn't even say pim. So when you give reports back to the parents and they say this child is a bully in the class, they wonder where those reports are coming from because a child exhibits a different character at home and when he comes to school. Now,
Hmm.
because at home he's been shut down, he's been quiet, like he's been pulled down, from words from parents, from words from siblings. So he becomes quiet, he becomes reserved at home. But at school, he tries to develop this defensive mechanism, which is bullying, that no, you at home I've already gotten enough. In school, I cannot come and now be, being talked
Hmm.
to, being shut
Word.
down. So there are two different characters that they exhibit at the end of the day. I know of a child that when he comes home, when he comes to the school, he's very quiet. In fact, you'll be wondering, you ask a question, this is how he will stare at you. But guess what? His mom sends me a video every day to show me his activity, and he's a talkative. He climbs the table, he jumps here, he jumps there. But guess what? In class, he's quiet. Doesn't say a word. So
Hmm.
children are like that. And then some of them, sometimes it's even the fault is even mostly from the parents, because you say parents, yes, it's good to make the money. I'm not disputing that, but you see children craving for the attention of their parents, and at the end of the day, who raises the children up? House helps. A house
Hmm.
help that cannot speak correct English raises your child for you. The child sees
Hmm.
the back. The child just knows that daddy is just there to provide money for me. Before, when I wake up is the only time I see daddy. By the time I'm going to bed, daddy's not yet home. He's not back. Mommy even tries as much as possible for me to see her, if she's not too busy. So at the end of the day, parents are just busy chasing money and neglecting children. And at the end of the day, it's your house boy, it's your house girl that is raising your child for you. So you don't even have an idea of what your child is going through. You don't even know
Wow.
what to do. So even if I say, okay, your child has this, your child has a talent in music, your child has a talent in football, the parents are still not there. They'll just give instruction
Hmm.
to the house or to the driver that is going to drop the child. And the teacher said this, so please tell the teacher this, or you give the note to the driver to give the teacher. So at the end of the day, the child ends up trusting their teacher more than even you as a parent, because the teacher is there to nurture the child, to give the child a listening ear, what parents are not doing. So most times they prefer even to be in school, and they cannot even wait to, when they're on holiday, yes, it's fun, there's no homework, there's no test, there's no assignment. So yes, that's where the fun comes in, and they get to meet family friends, they get to meet cousins. But at the end of the day, they cannot wait to come back to school, because why? There's always a teacher there that has a listening ear to listen to them.
Okay. I think you have a very, very big business in your hands, right? The
Yeah.
reason why I'm going to say this is because I know that the reason why I'm going to say this is very important. You have a very big business in your hand, and you know what the business is? You need to
Mm,
start, you need to understand that every year you need to enter the house, as many homes as possible in Nigeria.
mm,
You need to find that thing. See, for me, I don't think that you must necessarily own a school, right? I don't think that you
mm,
must. But you see, you need to find a way to reach out to as many young people in Nigeria, or many young children or schools in Nigeria as possible. Because
mm,
this thing you're saying is very, very important, because a lot of families leave their, a lot of parents leave their kids to house girls, right? To take care of,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But like you need to nurture those kids properly. So I was just thinking that, is there something you can create, that is like a full educational for a child? You know how you go to um, from 1 year to this year, or from 6 months to this month, this is what you need to
Yeah,
do. So even if the
yeah.
parent is going out, even if the parents of the child are going out, at least there's a
Mm,
pad. They will tell the house girl or the house boy, house girl or whoever is at home, and say, hey, listen, this is what you are going to tell, you are going to do for this thing. At 1 o'clock, make sure that he or she reads this. At 2, because you need to make sure
yeah.
that you
I
develop that.
actually
Yeah.
I actually did this color pad where I shared it to most parents in my area. And the color pad was something like, I need you to color from so hour to so hour. What is your child doing? So you color maybe between 1 to 4 hours, the child is sleeping, or between this to this time, the child is doing this. And I wanted to understand if the parent knew what their child's day was like. So the color pad had for a week, from Monday to Sunday, and at the end of the day on Monday, I will come and receive the color pad back from them. Guess what? The parents in my area, half of them did not know what their children's day was like. Only that they go to school, they come back. But when they come back home, they don't know what the child does. They just assume that the child watches TV or the child is on their
Wow.
iPad. Some of them that knew, okay, well, they knew their children's day when they come back from school. Guess what? Their child is watching TV. You can imagine a child comes back from school, doesn't have his bath, doesn't even take a nap, has his lunch, and is strictly on TV till 9 when he now goes to take his bath. Come on, what kind of brains are we developing, for our children? So
Okay. Wow. 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 Now, let me officially announce you the biggest, the billionaire. See, don't forget to 10% to 10%. You don't get not expensive. 10%. It's family business, but 10%. I think it's a time for you. What during this whole lockdown, right? Is an
Yeah.
opportunity for you to actually start. I think you should start it. You need to start talking to parents using your social media handle, using your YouTube
Mm-hmm.
page. Start uploading content. So post COVID-19, you will know that you've
Mm-hmm.
already built something that you can start putting it into. Build something that you can start putting it into a bigger platform. What I think you
Yeah.
should do is, I don't think this one you don't even need a proper camera set standing here and there. What I think you need right now is you need to find a way, to start building that YouTube show where you're just talking to parents at home, kids. Don't watch
Mm-hmm.
it. You understand?
Yeah.
You need to start
Yeah.
advising them. But before you know it, you build an audience that you can now sell something to. You
Yeah.
understand?
True. True. Mm-hmm.
Ah, hallelujah! I'm a pastor. Hey, you know what? Don't worry. We'll discuss other things. We'll discuss other things off the camera. I think you're on the right path. You've already understood you've already identified your career path, the things you want to do. So I'm not scared. I know
Yeah.
that if it's for you, Zelda, don't worry. I know that you are fine. You know,
Yeah.
all you supposed to say, come and manage her. Don't worry, Zelda is fine. She's okay. Zelda she doesn't need me right now. She's
Please
okay.
tell him,
Zelda used
tell
to
him
be
to
the
come
one
and
managing
manage
me.
me. Please tell him
No,
to come
you are
and
the one that used to
manage me.
manage me. Can you
Tell him to
imagine?
come and manage me.
You are the one that used to manage me. How will I be the one to manage you now? You are the one that will say, Ubi, I don't think this document is fine. So let me tell you guys something. If I'm thinking of an idea, I always call Zelda. I say, Zelda, I'm thinking of this idea. What do you think? She's okay. Let me get the pen and the paper. Right? She will get the pen and paper. She's writing. Then she will type it and send to me. Most of the ideas that you see me put out, this is the person that helps me write it. She's like my secretary. I say, Zelda, I'm thinking of this idea. If I'm in Abuja, she'll say, okay, I'm coming to your hotel, I'm coming to your house. So just say, okay, you know what? What's the idea? We'll sit down, we'll write. This is my unofficial secretary. So don't worry, I'll give you now you need to give me 10%. If you don't give me 10%, there's a problem. You understand? 10%, 10%. But I
Of
think you're on
course.
the right. Yeah, you're on the right path. If you can put these ideas together, put all these few things together. I know you love kids, so you need to turn your passion to money, right?
Yeah.
You need to turn
Yeah.
your passion to money, and
Yeah.
trust me, the rest will be history. So I don't
Yeah.
think I need to keep you here long. You need to go and meet your sweetheart. You guys need to cuddle. We're still on lockdown. So don't worry, I'll call you on the phone. I will talk. Thank you so much for coming on the show. But before you go, right?
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah.
go, I want you to actually advise the young girls with your experience in life. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
advise young girls and talk to them about life, just general advice before you go.
Okay, my advice to ladies is that know your worth before you jump into anything. Remember, however you dress your table is determines who sits on it. So how you project yourself out there is who would be around you. So if you try to behave like a classy girl and you're not really a classy girl, trust me, that aura will be there. The set of people that your aura would attract is the people that will come close to you. So if you're a career woman, if you're a woman material, project yourself that way. But in this, know this, do not forget yourself in all this. Don't allow the fame, the money to blindfold your eyes and say, okay, look, you know what? Let me go for this, let me go for that. And then at the end of the day, you lose yourself, you lose your essence. Do not lose yourself in
Mm.
anything you go into. Don't lose yourself. Know your worth. That's what I would say.
Wow. Know your worth, oh, Ajara. But you know what? I will not let you go because all these fine girl. Let's play one game. Let's play one game before you go. Know your word to an Ajara. You will not hear now. So let's play one game. I'm going to ask you something. Two things. You pick one. Are you ready?
Okay.
So I'll ask you two things. You pick one.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah. Why are you doing your finger
Island or
like
mainland?
that?
Island or mainland? Island or mainland?
Island.
You like enjoyment like this. Don't worry. Uh, cold shower, or hot shower,
Hot shower.
morning walk or read a book,
Read a book.
teach in a nursery school or a secondary school,
Nursery.
amala or eba,
Amala.
shrimps or catfish,
Shrimps.
sneakers or loafers,
Snickers.
Apple or Samsung.
Hi, Father Lord. Samsung.
I know that one. You see, guys, you see this woman here. If you give her an iPhone, she will tell you, "Go and return it and bring me a Samsung." um, dishwasher or hand wash,
Dishwasher.
Vaseline or lotion,
Vaseline.
noodles or spaghetti,
Hey. Okay, noodles.
small chops or salad,
Small chops.
window seat or house seat on the plane,
Window. I love the view.
juice or water.
Water. Water is life. Oh. Eh?
I have five more, but before we take it, right? People are asking you see, you need to tell them what's the meaning of Zelda.
Zelda. Zelda means a virtuous woman. That's what it means.
See, that's why I call her Zelda. I don't call her any other thing because she's exactly like her name. Do you like corporate or corporate or traditional?
I like traditional, actually.
Draw soup or vegetable soup?
Vegetable.
Burger or sandwich?
Sandwich.
Jollof rice or fried rice?
Jollof. Nigerian jollof.
Cash or transfer?
Cash. Cash.
You've been, see, don't let me expose you. You've been spoiled. Don't let me expose you. You've been spoiled with carrying too many dollars. Don't worry. Don't let me expose you. Amala or poundo?
Amala.
Fish or goat meat?
Goat meat.
NEPA light or generator?
Nepa.
Juice or hold on. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. I'm a coffee person.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Orange.
Omelette or scrambled eggs?
Omelette.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I had so much fun. I had so much fun. Don't worry, I'll call you. We'll talk about a few of these ideas, and you need to start implementing them immediately. Time waits for no one. I want to say congratulations to you. I'm happy for everything you've achieved. Stay blessed and stay safe.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too, baby.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I finally interviewed. Now the button is up.